Okay, we are going back to Hearthstone Division 3. This will be Wildwolf of Amherst, who is a 7th grader, against Ace101 of Louisville, who is in 10th grade. We'll go ahead and take a look at both. Here we go. It looks like Ace101 of Louisville is going with a warrior deck. And Wildwolf of Amherst starting with a druid deck. Going ahead and bringing out the peasant first turn. He will innervate, gaining an extra mana, and going ahead and summoning the 2 treants.
Well played.
Ace giving him the well played, and going ahead and going face, and will end turn using up all of his mana. Ace101 going second. He does have the coin, so he will play it and brings out the 2/4 Ironclad. That, oh, what a great card. And he will get rid of that extra card draw. That Ironclad is going to be a lot to get rid of this early in the game. Wildwolf bringing out the Wicker Claw along with the Enchanted Raven. The Wicker Claw combines well with the Druid Hero Power. Wildwolf taking his options, decides to go 2 to the face, bringing Ace down to 28 life. He has a corrupted stage dive. Ace will go ahead and armor up, and thinking about who he wants to attack, it looks like. He will go ahead and get rid of the Wicker Claw and deal 1 damage to the face. We'll see when he draws here. Okay, he has a couple of options. Okay, alright. Wildwolf going to give a Kodo mount to the treant and trade it off. And go 2 damage, 2 damage, and clear the board. So right now, Wildwolf with a very nice board for the mid game, leading into the mid game. Ace101 between the 6 cards, considering his option, decides to bring out just a 4/5 taunt, a Circus Amalgam. Looks like Wildwolf is considering. He will go ahead and draw a card from the Fairy Arbalist. He also see how he wants to do this. He will trade and trade, and then Hero Power, keeping his 4/1 Guff's Kodo alive and going 4 to the face. Ace101 going fishing, drawing out the Emerald Sky Talon. He will go ahead and run that into the 4/1, armor up, and Shield Slam, dealing 2 damage, and clear the board. Wildwolf going to go ahead and bring out one of the best Druid cards you have is Druid of the Claw with a 5/6 taunt for 5. Druid of the Claw has been a standard also since the beginning of Hearthstone. A standard Druid card. Ace101 bringing out the Doctor and trading it out. Clearing the board. Wildwolf bringing out his 2nd Druid of the Claw, going ahead and hero powering and getting rid of 1 armor. The back and forth is really entertaining to watch. Going ahead to Shield Slam, that'll only deal 1 damage. And then with the Tent Trasher, with Rush, he will clear the board again. Let's see what Wildwolf has. Lots of different options.
Give it time.
He'll go ahead and play the Nosserel Druid, which makes a card cost 3 less, which brings out the 2 treants. He was able to cast Landscaping for free. And we'll go ahead and refill the board. We'll see what Ace101 has up his sleeve. With an Armor Smith, whenever a friendly minion takes damage, he does gain armor. He will take out the Tent Trasher, which has Rush, meaning it can attack right away. And Wildwolf bringing out the Ancient of War, a 5/10. A 5/10. Basically, the idea is that it's a tree. And he decides to run face. He decides to run face. So Ace101 drawing a weapon. After your hero attack, give a mech, dragon, and pirate in your hand, +1/+1. He does gain the armor from the Armor Smith. And Wildwolf, considering his options, he will Nourish, and he will draw 3 cards. Get some useful things. We'll see what he decides to do. He will go ahead and bring out his second Peasant for card draw, and we'll go ahead and play the Wild Growth. Send all of these for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 damage to face. Oh, so we'll see what Battle Cry. Draw a mech, a dragon, and a pirate. And it looks like he only had 2. He only had 2. Did not have the third. He will go ahead and armor up. Which combos with the Ironclad, giving the Ironclad +2/+2, and runs his shield into there with the Peasant. Wildwolf now drawing 2 cards per turn at 10 mana. Looks like he's considering Kodo Mount. He's going to give that to his big fat tree, and that will be lethal. That giving him a well played, counting out the damage he needed, and exactly having lethal. Wildwolf takes game 1 over Ace101 in a very well played, hard fought match by both players. Now Wildwolf will have to choose a different deck. He is not allowed his Druid deck. And him and Ace101 will be going again. Okay, it looks like they both chose two different decks. Wildwolf taking out his Mage deck, and Ace101 going with a Shaman deck. So Wildwolf throws a few of them away. Wildwolf will be going second, so he will get the coin. Oh, Ace101 playing a Quest Shaman deck. Quest line, play 3 cards with Overload. So Ace101 going to be trying to overload himself as much as he can. Okay, Wildwolf bringing out the Blood Mage Thalnos with a spell damage of +1, and then when he dies, you get to draw a card. It doesn't seem like it's a very useful card, but it actually truly is. Bring out the Cage Mage Custodian. Okay, he has only 2 mana, not a lot of choice, so he will go ahead and Hero Power. He will ping that for 1 damage and get rid of it and draw a card. It's now Ace101's turn. Looks like he has quite a few options. He will go ahead and Feral Spirit. Very good card, which overloads one of his, so the 1 of 3. He's overloaded 1 of his mana crystals. So Wildwolf thinking about what he wants to do with his 3 mana. He'll go ahead and bring out the Fallen Hero along with the Babbling Book. Babbling Book will will throw an extra spell into his hand. So we'll see what Ace101 is going. Right now, looks like Ace101 does have a slight advantage. Ace101 going to go ahead and send both right to the face. Wildwolf bringing out the 3/6 Water Elemental. They will go ahead and trade that out. And that'll be it. He decides to save the Babbling Book for now. Ace101 bring out the Doom Hammer. The Doom Hammer with Wind Fury means you can attack twice each turn. And it also overloads for 2, which... So he goes ahead and attacks twice with the Doom Hammer. Doom Hammer being a part of Hearthstone also since the beginning. We'll see what Wildwolf decides to do. He does have 5 mana, so quite a few different choices. Goes ahead and brings out the Earthworld Conjurer, a 6/4 creature, and you get a choice of 3 different random spells. So that's the spell that he decides to go ahead and take. He will go ahead and take his Water Elemental, getting rid of that. Right now, Wildwolf again with a very strong board, but Ace with plenty of cards in his hand. We'll see what he decides to do. Strongly considering different ideas. Okay, Ace101 will go ahead and bring out a totem. He will give himself the Rockbiter weapon, making his attack is 5. Lightning Bloom to go ahead and fulfill the first part of his quest. Second part of his quest is he needs to play 3 cards with Overload. And we'll go ahead and attack twice, dealing 10 damage in a single turn. And Lightning Bolt the Water Elemental. So we'll see what Wildwolf decides to do. Plenty of cards with 6 mana. Looks like he's considering his options. Ace101 not with a very strong board at the moment. With his Strength Totem, he will go ahead and bring out a secret. So we will see if that secret pops, and go ahead and Arcane Intellect, being to draw 2 more cards. Now gonna go ahead and just get rid of that Strength Elemental and then deal 6 damage right to the face. Ace101 playing a Charged Call, I believe is what that was. I believe he gets his choice of these 3. And it does pop the secret. It did cast a spell, so that secret brings out a random 4-cost minion. And, oh, Ace101 deciding to get rid of that 4-cost minion. He does have this Dragon Rider here, so lots of options. Considering out what he wants to do, he'll go ahead and this will give a random minion +2/+2. That was a good first play. He can bring out the Wormweaver and then a Babbling Book. Goes ahead and gives him a spell, and then he will go ahead and play the Fury, which will freeze both of these. He's going to go ahead and pop him anyway. And also with the Spell Burst, she brings out 2 Mana Worms. So, dealing 3 damage, and now he is actually frozen. That means he cannot attack. He cannot move. Another charged call. Trying to play cards with Overload to fulfill his Overload quest deck. And goes ahead and plays a Sorceress Substitute, which is just your standard 6/6 creature. The Battle Cry does not activate since you did not bring it from your hand. It's kind of a weird Hearthstone rule, but still a very strong creature out right now. Ace101 also going to bring out a totem. This totem, even though it's frozen, it will activate. And at the end of its turn, it will buff one of these characters, giving it a +1 to attack. Ace101 goes ahead and ends his turn, +1 attack, going to the healing totem. Wildwolf with this card. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15. He counted it. Wildwolf counted it. Has exactly lethal. Will go ahead and take out Ace101. Your first game, Wildwolf over Ace101, 2-0. Wildwolf will be playing in the state finals with Ace101 playing for 3rd and 4th. We will be back.